Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 3 of Moon Knight. We're in Egypt. So I'm prepared to start comparing this to Indiana Jones, but I will tell you that last episode with Layla, I kept thinking that she looked like Evie from The Mummy. And I was like, maybe if I get a mummy feel for this, I love that movie. I don't care how cheesy it is. I loved that movie. Um, I like most things that take place in Egypt or something that's archaeological, like Indiana Jones. So I feel like this is going to kind of be my jam a little bit. Speaking of Layla, we did find out that her and Mark are married and that he is trying to actually keep her safe from Khonshu, who wants to take her over as an avatar. And that Harrow was a previous avatar. Khonshu gets around, huh? So my one question that kind of was like in the back of my mind was, did Mark die outside of the temples or the pyramids or this archaeological site that the fake police were talking about when they were arresting Stephen? Because they had mentioned that he was, this trained mercenary, but when Khonshu talks to him, he says when he found him, he was nothing but a corpse. And so me thinking, well, Khonshu to find him as a corpse, if it were outside of one of these sites, that would make sense, right? And maybe it wasn't Mark that was the mercenary, maybe it was Harrow. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe this background that we have on Mark might not necessarily be true. What we've been given, he's a mercenary. He might have been doing it for years after all of this has gone on. So it was just kind of something that stuck with me that like maybe Khonshu found him outside of this area, and that's when he inhabited him and made Mark his avatar. And then Steven, who I've learned his like Moon Knight persona is Mr. Knight. He's a very dapper gentleman. I loved his suit. I thought it was adorable and it was fit for an English bloke. I don't know if I used bloke correctly. I don't know why I tried doing that stuff. And I think we're going to see Steven help out a bit more because of Layla. Not because he necessarily wants to or because he likes Mark, because it's very apparent that he is not happy about what Mark has done, what Mark is doing, and who Mark is. And that's when we see Mark smash the mirror because he doesn't want to hear it from Stephen. Mark knows. He knows. But he also, it seems, is trying to keep people safe at the same time, namely Layla. Okay, guys, we're going to get into this episode today. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up that I have a thing happening where it is either a cold or it's allergies or it's both. My throat is killing me. So there might be times where I sound super nasally. I have my coffee ready to go. I hate being sick. All right, guys, let's get into it. And funnily enough, I took some Benadryl last night when I got home so I could fall asleep, but also because I didn't feel good. And I woke up at 7:30 at night and I called my boss and told him I was going to be late for work, but I thought it was 7:30 in the morning. Yikes. Benadryl is fun.
And then I found him with the scarab.
Like, does she not look like Evie from The Mummy? She's so pretty.
That's why you look so unhappy to be going home.
Anxious, maybe. It's been 10 years.
Not worried you might have burnt too many bridges? All those stolen relics and cheeky antiques.
I don't steal. They've already been stolen. That's what people forget.
Fair point.
I wonder what your father would think of his little scarab now.
We'll never know. I can't believe he let you teach me how to do all of this.
Exhuming the pain of the past. Easy to get stuck on what's hurt us.
Great. And I won't do either.
Like you aren't already.
Quite the little operation they got going on there. Okay, well, now we know that it's kind of like a generational thing for her. And her father was also included in it, in archaeological digs, but like, that was a lot of passports. Who was her father? I wouldn't have expected camels. I would have expected trucks and like heavy equipment to unearth or dig. Like, what is that guy gonna do with that shovel? Hi, Oscar.
You killed him? I needed to talk to that guy. About a dig site.
He does not seem intimidated by that whatsoever. Ooh. Yeah, he's a young kid. You didn't want to punch him. That's adorable. Oh, but that young kid's throwing knives at you, so maybe put him in his place. Oh, yeah, thank you. That's disgusting.
Mark. Don't do it, Mark.
It's actually kind of cool to see this happen to Mark instead of Steven.
Where are you taking me?
It's a great way to limit the violence.
Let me talk to you. Just let us go, man. That wasn't me!
Where's their other buddy? Was that a cowboy switch? Did somebody jump off that truck and then Oscar Isaac popped up? That never works, people throwing stuff in someone's running path. That just gives them like a parkour obstacle course to jump over.
Where's Harold? Tell me.
Mark. Mark, that's enough.
Oh, there he is. Oh, God.
Steven, what did you do? I swear it wasn't me. Then who was it?
Another altar?
Where's the tomb?
Take him to the ledge.
He's just a kid.
He'll talk.
Oh, God.
Where's Harold?
What if the other altar takes over and drops his kid?
Praise Amit.
Holy crap.
I thought he'd talk.
Country, you're not funny.
What the hell's wrong with you, Steven?
Me? You're the one going on a killing spree.
I didn't do any of this.
Me neither. If you've got a problem with the body count, I suggest you start listening to that stupid pigeon.
Stupid pigeon.
Can't find Harold's digging crew. We're gonna have to stop him another way.
Country just resting on that truck is hilarious.
To signal for an audience with the gods is to risk their wrath. Anger them enough, and they'll imprison me in stone, fair against Harrow, without the protection of my healing armor.
Oh, it's a healing armor.
You have any good ideas?
I have a bad one.
I love bad ideas.
What are you doing?
Sending the gods a signal they can't ignore.
A random eclipse in Egypt. That's a bad sign, is it not, for everybody?
Hurry! They're gathering their avatars now. But for a meeting of the Ennead, a portal presents itself anywhere.
Where's mine?
Ask and ye shall receive.
Our case against Harrow must be indisputable.
I feel like it is.
You coming with?
Oh, I'll be there.
An angry ex-avatar wants to bring back a god of death and judgment. I think that's indisputable.
I can't believe it. Oh, my days, we're inside.
Oh, Steven, you nerd. I love you. Mark's cool, but I really like Steven. So one of those bucket list things is to go to the pyramids. I'm gonna get there someday. Ooh, we're getting all the avatars. So is it the 9 gods? Is that what we're getting? Is Khonshu one of the 9 gods?
Osiris and Hathor to hear the account of Khonshu.
Ooh.
You've been banished once for nearly exposing us, Khonshu, but manipulate the sky again, and we will imprison you.
I was banished for not abandoning humanity unlike the rest of you.
Oscar Isaac.
For the last time, Khonshu, the avatars that remain here are simply meant to observe.
That tear.
Speak your purpose.
I call for judgment against Arthur Harrow. Conspiracy to release Amit.
That is a heavy accusation, Khonshu.
Go look for yourself.
Let us summon the accused.
As I see by the presence of Khonshu's current makeshift avatar.
Makeshift. Ouch.
But speak, old master, to the point.
Do you not seek to release Amit from her tomb?
Do not trust the word of a shamed god. Khonshu is unhinged.
Gas lighting. Wow.
This is a man who literally does not know his own name. I've seen him speak to himself.
Shut up!
Threaten himself. I have no idea how many personalities he must possess. The man is clearly insane.
Oh.
We will not tolerate violence.
This is a deeply troubled man. Khonshu is taking advantage of him the same way that he abused me. Take action now before it's too late.
I mean, I feel bad for Harrow, but like at the same time, he's a liar.
Let us speak to Mark Spector. Are you unwell?
Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes.
I am unwell. This is not about my feelings. I'm not the one on trial here. He is.
He has committed no offense. This matter is concluded.
I love that you can always hear the glass in his shoes.
Mark, there is another way.
Find Senfu's sarcophagus and you'll find your tomb. His sarcophagus was stolen and sold on the black market. You might want to start there.
And he can actually ask his wife for help.
I'm looking for Senfu's sarcophagus.
Senfu?
I hope you like attention.
Got the right place, but you're not Egyptian.
It's not the locals that I'm worried about.
Come with me.
Does she know that Khonshu wants her? Does she know about Khonshu? She knows about the suit, but I don't know if she knows about Khonshu.
I get that you're not happy about me leaving so quickly and coming to Cairo.
Wait, is that your apology? That's good.
So this Mogart guy, he's really gonna have his sarcophagus?
Yes. I asked around. Could have told me. You know, what it's been like for you. About Stephen.
For what it's worth, I had it under control until very recently.
What happened?
It doesn't matter.
It does, actually.
I've never really been able to just talk about everything.
Anything real?
This guy's got a lot of friends.
Yeah, with a lot of guns. Remember, your name is Rufino Estrada.
Right. Just got back from a honeymoon in the Maldives.
Tell them you worked at a gift shop, but they'd never believe me, would they?
Fair enough.
Thank you for having us over on such short notice.
Oh, please. I hope you realize you need no excuse to drop by.
This is my husband, Rufino.
Meet you. Pleasure. Oh.
No handshake? Oh.
Now, if I may ask, why such interest in Senfu in particular? I'd like to hear from your husband, if you don't mind.
But I think I just would love to take a look.
Please, just let Stephen out before you blow this.
Not a chance.
But then all of a sudden he's gonna have an accent.
Well, all I'm seeing is literature to guide the dead.
I mean, Stephen's gonna know a lot about this, though. That would probably be very helpful.
Information has to be unlocked. It's coded.
A minute, I gotta talk to Stephen. Just keep him occupied. You want to talk to me? Talk to me. What now?
What now? What now is you give me the body and you piss off.
He needs a couple of minutes in there alone. Please. Yeah.
Sorry, if you expect my help, it's not going to be while I'm imprisoned.
Do you want a bloodbath? Have it your way.
All right. You are the worst.
He is.
First piece and fold it over the middle piece. This one. Now, if you match those stars up, put it all together, it should make a star.
Hey, what are you doing?
Mark!
Smooth.
Take a look inside the sarcophagus. There's something really, really big.
It appears we have a concerned third party here.
Harrow?
Whatever they've told you, I'm sure I can offer you something much more tangible. You keep thinking that distance will prevent the wounds from your father's murder from reopening.
Father's murder?
This sarcophagus doesn't belong to anyone.
Do it. Summon the suit.
Yeah, summon the suit.
What are you waiting for?
Never in pit. Pit.
That's just a taste of the godly power I offer.
It just destroyed that sarcophagus.
Hey, he's gone.
Where is he?
Sweet.
Buy me some time.
I can do that.
The animation on the suit is a little janky, yes? Or not the suit, the cape. It's just not as smooth as I would like it to be.
Stop it! Stop it!
Oh no. Yes! That dapper suit. Sorry.
You alright? Let's all just like chill the F out and talk for a second.
Take the body mark.
Aha! Yeah, I don't think the situation's meant for Steven. Holy crap! Jesus, Layla. She got skills. He rode off into the mist. I think we're gonna see him again.
What was Harrow talking about?
What do you mean?
Said I had a right to know.
I have no idea.
Oh, Mark, you liar.
Every time I learn something new about you, I think there can't possibly be any secrets left between us. It's like I've not known you at all.
Yeah, you haven't. You don't.
Don't fall in love with the person you think somebody is. Fall in love with the person that they are. I do like that we get a lot of shots of the moon, which totally makes sense.
Mark, we need Steven.
Yeah, you do.
He understands all of this. I really think it's worth giving him a shot.
I summon the gods, you summon the worm. He won't return the body.
Yes, he will.
What are you doing?
Oh, he doesn't want to do it in front of her.
All right, go ahead, you're in.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Oscar Isaac is amazing.
There we go.
Although I wouldn't be out in the middle of nowhere with a roll of tape like that's like a bunch of sand. This seems really not okay.
There's not a lot of landmarks in the desert. They came up with a way to get about using the sun and the stars. Et voila.
Interesting.
You see that? You see those little pinpricks there? That's a constellation.
We should be able to triangulate the stars into coordinates, right?
Senfu marked that tomb like 2,000 years ago, and stars drift over time. It could mean the difference between us searching miles and miles away from where we're supposed to be looking. So we know exactly what the sky looked like on that date. We're buggered.
I remember that night. I can turn back the night sky. It will come at a cost, and I cannot do it alone. Stephen, when the gods imprison me, tell Mark to free me.
Oh my gosh. I like flipping through a star chart, huh? Telling ya. People in Egypt are probably like, oh, another Tuesday.
This is the night.
So is he not going to have the power anymore? The ability to summon the suit?
I got it! 29 degrees north, 25 east. Steven! Mark! Come on! Where are you?
Can he hear us?
We think so, yes.
Can I tell you a secret? I enjoyed dealing out pain on your behalf. I am grateful. Had you not broken me so completely, I might never have known the value of healing. I'm going to do what you could not. And when it's finished, I want you to remember one thing. Your torment forged me. I owe my victory to you.
Yikes. Okay, so now we have Khonshu imprisoned in stone. It's interesting that I don't really like Khonshu per se. I guess he's tolerable when it comes to gods. The fact that he's willing to actually sacrifice himself for the cause, I think that that means something. He knew that if he had manipulated the skies again, that the other gods were going to imprison him. So he knew the risk of doing that, but I think he knows it's for the greater good. So I think I'm more on the side of like trusting Khonshu, even though I don't like him. And to where I like Arthur Harrow, but I don't trust him. It's really weird because I have sympathy for Harrow, to where he was manipulated by Khonshu and made to do things that necessarily he didn't want to do, although we learn that he kind of liked doing it. And he kind of is manipulating the other gods into thinking that this is all on Khonshu. So, you know, there's that aspect that I don't really like of Harrow, but I also know that his motivations are not to hurt. He thinks he's actually doing a good thing. And there's the comment that he makes about Layla's father and knowing the truth. And obviously Mark knows the truth of her father's death, and I'm sure we're going to learn that, and it's going to either be Mark's responsibility or somewhere along that line or along that vein, which is why he wouldn't tell her. I love that Stephen was so important to this episode. If we didn't have Stephen, then Mark would have been up a creek. He wouldn't have known what to do. It's really interesting because you can see like that Stephen's kind of who Mark wants to be a little bit, not in the sense of like the bumbly Stephen, but like the knowledgeable one, the romantic one that speaks in French, the one that Layla like kind of like looks softly at instead of how she's been looking at Mark, which is like she doesn't know him or doesn't like him or that he's not a good person, but also that she wants the person that she thought she knew. To where with Stephen, you know, it's definitely someone that she can trust. Because obviously she can't trust Mark. She doesn't even know Mark. And then the fact that Stephen and Mark have this other altar that took over. Somebody had mentioned another name to me in the comments, and I can't remember it for the life of me, but that there is a third altar. I think we're getting introduced to that third altar at some point, but that he's just as deadly as Mark. Because we know Stephen ain't killing people. And if Mark doesn't remember, then this other person is also pretty formidable. I like that we also got the introduction to the other gods, even though their avatars weren't what I expected whatsoever. And I thought we were going to see the floaty gods like Khonshu and all the robes and everything. And maybe we will at some point. But I really thought that that was a cool meeting of the gods. But the fact that like they couldn't see what Harrow is doing. They just expected Harrow to present the truth. Like he's good at being calm and manipulative. So he's even that way with gods. That's a force to be reckoned with. I'm enjoying Ethan Hawke as Arthur Harrow. I don't like him per se, that I don't want him to win, but I like him, which is what makes him so dangerous. So I don't know what's going to happen now that Khonshu is in stone. I don't know if that means that we're not getting the suit anymore. I don't know if that takes the suit away. Because obviously when Khonshu gets imprisoned in stone, Stephen loses the suit. So I don't know if we're getting Moon Knight anymore. But if we switch in between all three personalities, if we get that third altar, I think that makes Mark very formidable, just in the sense of like not having the healing powers, but definitely having, I don't know, more brain power to rely on, like, because he can tap into Stephen's ingenuity and his know-how of Egypt. You know, Mark is very capable physically, and this third altar, we'll see what he's able to do. And then I also noticed that during the scene in the arena that when he threw whatever that thing is that's in his chest at Mr. Mogart, that he didn't fall, he rode off through the mist. So I think we're not done with him either. He'll be back. Okay, guys, you can find me here for episode 4 next week. Hopefully, I will be less nasally, less congested, and more snappy. No Benadryl filter. Sorry. But like, subscribe, find me on my Instagram, Funny Little Gal Reacts. I talk over there about content all the time. No spoilers, please. If you have any insights or wisdoms that maybe I missed or that I would like, or just like little nuggets of wisdom, Easter eggs, you can always share those with me. I do appreciate it. But with that being said, I'll see ya.